name is Carmen Yang. I'm a freshman. I actually immigrated to Chicago when I was 7 years old. I was born in China. I like to describe myself as approachable, easy to talk to, friendly, and pretty social, and thus I'm running for social chair! AASU is an organization it's really close to my heart. Because when I first came to Madison, it was really reassuring to have this association that I can feel comfortable being around and allow me to meet other Asian Americans who are or were on the same boat as me when I felt the lack of belonging to this 40K plus student body. Through this organization, I really felt that I had good people who care and looked out for me. Cough, cough, Anna, Diana, Amy, Sam, just to name a few. And I'm really eager to spread the message of this organization, which Sam alluded to earlier, which is to provide an academic and social platform for UW students to discuss and promote issues within the Asian American community throughout this campus. I really want to give back to this org through the leadership skills that I have attained from my many years of leadership, volunteering, fundraising experiences. Over the course of my high school career, I've held multiple leadership positions, such as being the president on both my politics and social justice club, vice president of Honor Society, and valedictorian of the WIA youth program. I was awarded, well, you guys don't really care about what I want and stuff, so I'm just skip that part. I had over 1,000 service learning hours that I've dedicated to my community. By the end of my senior year, and I was awarded the Youth Who Excels Award, which was presented by an Asian American association. So I was also the lead facilitator for VOICE, which stands for Voices of Youth in Chicago of Education, and led large classroom discussions and workshops for high school students. I worked on creating initiatives to allow students to advocate for their interests on a citywide level. I planned decision-maker meetings and prepped students on basic communication skills. I was also organization director of Chinatown Youth Council, where I educated the community on new policies affecting Chicago and Chinatown. In this position, I was able to survey the community on what citizens want to see changed or improved in the neighborhood, and work to implement the new ideas on improving the status quo. Aside from those leadership positions, I was also a host for a lot of events like fashion shows, talent shows, fundraisers, and the annual Asian American Performance Culture Day. If elected, I will do my best with my many years of leadership to work with the rest of the board members to make this organization the best it can be. Once I am on the board, I take my position really seriously, like I have in the past. The promise, and I promise not to let you down, make you cry, or turn around and desert you. Please vote for me as social chair. Thank you.
Any questions?
Too excited, get out.
Could you restate what position you're running for?
Well, my top one is social, and under that is volunteer, and the last one, fundraising.
Fundraising, volunteering, one position.
Oh, well that. Okay.
Why does AASU exist?
Why?
Yeah.
Well, it was originally established on March 24th of 2009. You can ask that person. Anyway, next.
Next question, please.
Why does it exist, not when?
Why?
Yeah. Why does the organization...
Why does it exist?
Yeah.
Why does it matter to you?
Oh! Are you trying to ask that? Like, that's completely different. Like, I don't know why it exists. I mean, like, you know, I wasn't the creator. Like, I wasn't the owner of it, you know, the one who started it. But as a member, I just find it being really useful to me as an individual because, you know, like I mentioned in my speech that I was really not feeling comfortable around this atmosphere since I was the only one from my high school who came here, and I just felt really like out of place, and was just questioning myself, do I belong here? And Asians! Asian org, perfect. I fit in because I'm Asian. Whoa, so much in common. And boom, yeah, I love this org. Any other
And
questions?
to clarify, we actually created about 40 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, it was on the website, so I just memorized it.
Our name was changed to AASU about that year, but we existed before then, and for the past 4 decades.
Shots fired.
I guess your website needs update. It's not my fault. I memorized it.
Thank you, and as social, you can update it for us.
Yeah, I will. If I like it.
Asian.
Any other questions?
Well, history is important, but what do you see for the future for AASU?
What do I see for the future of AASU?
Especially as social chair.
Oh, there we go, because I'm not president, so I only call the shots for show and I'm in it. But what I see as the future, I see other freshmen, incoming freshmen like myself, come to this university and lean on this org as the basis and foundation to start their career here for the next 4 years and use us as their resource as a family. And we look out to those people and we care for them. And that is how I see the future.
Is that an Obama impression?
That's up to interpretation. Next.
Homie.
So besides ASU being a space, safe space where you can talk about issues and feel comfortable around people who look like you, how can ASU serve you, or how has it impacted your identity or in general at the campus?
Well, as I've mentioned, you guys, some of you know, I'm just a freshman, so I have not had this, big moment of epiphany to realize, whoa, it's life-changing, But I just really value the people here and their attitude, their personalities, different personalities, different people here who really just welcome anyone who comes into this org. And I just really appreciate that. And that's just been my personal take on this org. I just really want to give back what I have, and as experience-wise, just want to contribute my personality and my leadership skills in the past.
Because you really want to become social chair, have you thought of any ideas for events and things you would like to do as social chair?
There's actually 2 of us, right? Well, definitely we'll bring up topics and suggestions, and then the 2 of us will discuss and come to an agreement on some of the topics, and those topics I would like them to pertain to more pop culture and what's modern, relatable to young people, what's not out of date stuff, and hey, I would like to go to that. Want someone to see a flyer, see an event, you're like, whoa, that looks interesting, and want to actually go. And so after we come up with those list of ideas, and then the 2 of us will discuss and come up with a shorter list, and then announce it to the board, and then we will go from there.
Any more questions? So yeah.
I really like your excitement and passion and your very animated personality.
Thank you.
So, my question is, as social, you will have another person to work with. So can you describe a situation or a time when you had to work with another person and how that went and how you guys delegated or divided responsibilities between you 2?
Another time I worked with another person.
And realize that you're going to be working with this person very closely on everything you're doing.
I don't hate y'all yet, but no. I've had a lot of experience working with people who don't completely agree with my ideas. And what we do in that situation is that we might take them out for lunch. Someone's mentioned that. But one of the more, useful technique, if what it comes down to is that we just don't agree, and that's the situation, and that just can't be changed. We just completely disagree. We'll just vote on it. #democracy.
Any more questions? Especially from former social chairs?
And before that, obviously we, try to talk it out, and you always first seek understanding, then seek to be understood. See why they feel the way they do, and why do they think certain ways, and you just sit down and just talk. And then you come to that winning conclusion.
Hamburger question.
What then?
What if you were part of a Big Mac? What part would you be?
Excuse me?
If you were part of a Big Mac, what part would you be?
I don't eat Big Macs. The sesame seed, because that's the healthiest thing I would say.
Why does that represent you?
I never said that. But I guess I would think of myself as the cherry on the top. What? But yeah, everything else is like really genetically modified and unhealthy, and like I researched like 2 years on animal cruelty and just don't want anything to do with Big Macs. Okay.
Any other questions?
If not, thank you. Victoria, please ask your question.
Like Leah said, I really like the personality or excitement. But like there's also a time and place for certain things, and you have to take your position seriously
For sure.
sometimes. So how do you think like you're gonna handle those kind of situations when the serious problems do arise?
I'm really good at bringing momentum, and I'm equipped with icebreakers and bad jokes. People laugh anyway because I'm funny, because I think I'm funny, and so I laugh at my own jokes. But when it comes to a time when I need to be serious, I'm serious, you know? Like, there's a time and place for everything. And when you first enter the room, and that's the most important part of being like a social chair, you need to keep people engaged, entertained, and want to be there. And so I think I'm really good at doing that. But when it comes to actual discussion of things, you know, I have a lot of experience, as I mentioned, to sit down one-on-one or with a group to hear people out and give my own opinions and compromise on a solid solution.
Any more questions? If not, thank you very much, Carmen.
Thank you so much, everyone.